Well, for the 2010 edition, the Vuelta a Espana had a good idea. It started with the 13-kilometer team time trial in the streets of Sevilla by night. Team Saxo Bank, one of the favourites, and with Frank Schleck as a possible contender, clocked the third best time. It was second position for Liquigas and its leader, the young and very talented Vincenzo Nibali, who had also figured in the Giro earlier in the year. But the HTC Columbia squad, a specialist in this type of exercise, scorched round the illuminated course to put Mark Cavendish in the race leader's jersey and secured the top 9 places overall. Red jersey this year as the leader's jersey in the Vuelta a España. Well, stage 3 was set to finish in Malaga, one of the pearls of the beautiful region of Andalusia. As he did so many times this year, Philippe Gilbert powered away from the field on the ascent to the finish to take a solo win in Malaga itself. Joaquim Rodriguez gave chase, but was only able to take second place. 3 seconds later, Gilbert took over the general classification. Well, the steep climb at the finish of stage 4 at the Peñas de Jaén inspired some aggressive racing for a second day in the Vuelta. It was Basque climber Igor Anton proving he was the strongest. With a long and powerful surge to the line, Gilbert, though, kept the lead. And then, for 3 days in a row, it was all about the sprints in the Vuelta a España. Tyler Farah roared past Mark Cavendish in the final 100 meters to take the win at Loca. And 1 day later, Thor Hushovd arrived in the Alto de la Cresta de Gallo on stage 6 and prevailed in the team sprint. On stage 7, Alessandro Petacchi added another Vuelta stage win to prove he's still one of the best stage sprinters at the age of 36. It's still no win for Mark Cavendish. Stage 8 was decided on the agonizingly steep slopes of the Alto Jorret de Cati. David Moncoutier had edged clear of his breakaway companions at the first part of the climb. Joaquim Rodriguez, Igor Anton and Vincenzo Nibali were among the strongest of the favourites remaining. Moncoutier, though, won his third Vuelta stage in as many years. The strength and consistency, though, of Igor Anton made sure that he took the red jersey with Rodriguez second to him. But come stage 10, Joaquim Rodriguez took enough bonus seconds earlier in the day to relieve Igor Anton of the red jersey. A day later, though, it was seesaw once again as on the ascent towards Andorra, Igor Anton attacked and Rodriguez could not stay with him. Ezequiel Mosquera had launched an earlier attack and only Nibali was able to stay on his wheel, but not for long. Igor Anton first caught up with Nibali and then managed to bridge the gap up to Mosquera. Here he is passing Nibali, riding strongly onto the tail of the veteran Mosquera. And just before the kilometre to go banner, Anton kicked again, and it was enough to take victory in spite of a desperate pursuit by Mosquera. Anton took back the red leader's jersey this time around. Well, he'd worn the race leader's red jersey for 3 stages, but Mark Cavendish had been shut out of any stage wins up to this point in the Vuelta a España. That all changed in Lleida on stage 12 as teammate Matt Goss delivered an unbeatable lead-out that left Mark Cavendish bike lengths ahead of his rivals on the line. Cavendish made it 2 in a row the day afterwards as well. Well, with just over 6.5 kilometres to go on stage 14 as the riders battled for position ahead of a short and sharp heave to the line, the unfortunate Igor Anton crashed very heavily. While the bunch continued inexorably towards the final climb, Anton was left to sat in the team car, nursing a suspected broken elbow. That was it. He had lost the Vuelta a España. Vincenzo Nibali was now the clear favourite to wear the red jersey on the final climb, but he was determined to earn it. Following Mosquera, he put in a splendid attack 1.5 kilometres from the line, and for an instant it looked every inch as though he was the Vuelta elect. However, moments later, the illusion of a procession just to the finish in Madrid was crushed as Joaquim Rodriguez caught the Italian and then launched a vicious attack of his own 800 meters from the line. He is such an explosive climber, and he went on to win the stage. But Liquigas had fought hard to limit the losses, and Nibali ended up with the leader's jersey, if not the glory of the stage win on that particular day. The Euskal team, however, devastated by the retirement of Anton, could smile again by stage 16 as Mikel Nieve led up the final climb. Frank Schleck, who was 6th overall, was behind Nieve but ahead of the other favourites. His brother Andy had already been thrown out by his team from the Vuelta a España. Jana Rees ejecting him from a late-night drinking session. Well, in the final kilometre, Nibali couldn't follow Mosquera and Rodriguez, but it was Nieve who went on to win the stage. Rodriguez saw the opportunity and produced a final effort. Not only did he regain the red jersey, but he also took a vital 33 seconds advantage of Vincenzo Nibali. Well, everything can change in a time trial. This one at Penafiel for Rodriguez, the leader, was an absolute nightmare. He lost 6 minutes on the day's winner. However, Ezequiel Mosquera did much better. He was able to keep his 2nd place overall. Finishing 15th on the stage and having to change his bike for a puncture, it was sufficient still for Vincenzo Nibali to regain the leader's jersey. The big surprise and winner on the day was Slovakia's Peter Velec. He won the stage. It allowed him to move up to 3rd overall. He'd been riding super consistently and a star to watch for the future for HTC. But it was Nibali who had now the strong hand in the Vuelta a España. Between him and victory, there was only one climb left, the Bola del Mundo on stage 20. Mosquera, the only one left who could dream about beating Nibali, first attacked, but Nibali managed to catch him. And then on the steepest part of the climb, the young Italian gave it all to follow the Spaniard's wheel. The little gap was created, but it wasn't enough for Ezequiel Mosquera. Mind you, the others could only watch from afar. Finally, Mosquera won the stage, but Nibali was almost on his wheel. 26 years old, the Italian wins his first Grand Tour. Second for Liquigas in a year after Basso in the Giro. Mosquera and Velec completed the podium.